Afternoon, everybody. Really pleased to be with you here today for the first in the series of autumn webinars from Tridonic. Seems a long time since we last spoke back in February when we launched our Building Asset 360 approach, and what a change we've seen in the world in the last 6-7 months, with, I guess, sadly, availability being the order of the day. But really great to have everybody here today, and I think today is a very interesting session because, as we always know in these types of opportunities and building real estate, it's about partnerships. No one company can fulfill the needs of real estate on their own, so it's great to be joined by a number of our ecosystem partners, which will be introduced throughout the webinar.
The second part of our strategy that we've been continually working on since we launched the Building Asset 360 market approach, is creating an ecosystem of partners, because, you know, whilst we create wonderful products, wonderful solutions in some of the things that have been mentioned today already, like basic DIM wireless and our wireless emergency and CNCOM controllers, what we do need is to create an ecosystem of partners in many different facets. The first facet that we needed to find was partners who could join with us and join with our luminaire partners who take on our products as a delivery mechanism, a delivery partner that could take on the design, the commissioning, and the project management. So in the first wave of finding that partner, to deliver both basic DIM wireless and our wireless emergency, is we were really pleased, and I think we announced it at our last webinar back in spring, was the Holders technology. Now, Holders technology, we've continued to work with these guys. It's a developing pipeline, I must say, with Holders, and they are fully equipped now to deliver both the basic DIM Kasambi solution and our wireless emergency solution as a complete entity. And you'll see actually a bit later that they actually take that even further forward with a fantastic analytics package they plug into the side of that solution. What I would like to focus on now is what is the data that Alec and Richard have mentioned earlier. The data that's being generated by our Building Asset 360 approach is to turn that into a meaningful interface to our customers. You know, the ability to demonstrate meaningfully data and the value it brings to our clients, whether it just be the production of an emergency test report remotely, maybe across multiple buildings, so we don't have to send a man in a van anymore out to actually test the emergency lighting. It actually can be automatically done. It can be actually brought into a cloud-based system. Or it may be space utilization, taking data from actually the systems and the sensors that are actually being deployed and actually giving value in that respect. Now I'd like to call upon Matt Hanson of Holders Technology. You're going to see something slightly different now. Obviously, Holders for us are not only a delivery partner, but they're also a graphical partner as well. I'm going to make you presenter, Matt, so you want to just turn your speaker on. There we go. There you go. You should have the controls. That's perfect, Matt. I can see your screen. Lovely. That's great.
Just change. There we go. Can you see the slides?
Yep, we can.
Fantastic. So first of all, thank you to everyone for joining today, and thank you to Simon and obviously in particular Tridonic for the invitation to be involved today. We've obviously been working with Tridonic and the Building Asset 360 environment for a while now, and it's great to have the opportunity to kind of show you how Holders can support you in working with Building Asset 360, and also how we can deliver data from the devices that you're actually putting inside your luminaires, or if you're a facility manager, you know, the luminaires that you're buying that create the data as well. So first of all, I guess to those of you who don't know us, maybe just a little bit about who Holders are, where we come from, and to those of you who do know who Holders are, and you might be asking, well, hang on, this is a Tridonic webinar. Why are holders in here? This is really just to kind of show how the partnership can support you with your projects. So first of all, really, holders are part of this ecosystem with Tridonic. Tridonic's building Asset 360, as Alec and Simon mentioned, obviously is based on the Kasambi platform, the Kasambi protocol for their wireless lighting. And holders, happily, are the Kasambi VAR in the UK. So we've got a lot of competency around the control system that forms the basis of the basic DIM platform from Tridonic. So by having this partnership between holders and Tridonic, we're really closing the circle. So between the two of us, we can deliver this technology for you and for your clients, for your projects, or for your estate. So what do holders do? Holders, as I mentioned, are Kasambi's VAR and obviously a delivery partner for Tridonic, for basic DIM, for building Asset 360. Holders deliver a full spectrum of services around the Kasambi protocol. So starting off obviously with hardware and ecosystem. So of course you may be buying luminaires with Tridonic basic DIM hardware inside, but of course also you might need other additional hardware, things like architectural switches or DMX interfaces or what have you, and that's really where we can come in. We also do the control designs. This is really the architecture of the control networks, the real on-site commissioning and the handover of these systems to the clients. And of course, once everybody's walked away and left site and the client has a nice shiny control system, we're there then to deliver the ongoing maintenance to the clients so that they have that support for their systems in the future. And that's something we do a lot of with our major clients. As was mentioned by Simon as well, really lighting data analytics, so our own dashboard, but also BMS integration, so supporting the integration of the basic DIM hardware through the Kasambi protocol into maybe existing BMS platforms, and also training. You know, we're here to spread the knowledge, we're here to work with luminaire manufacturers, with facility managers, with designers, and everybody really to provide training around the platform itself. So the holders spectrum of services really probably has a lot of crossover with what you yourself are doing. You know, you're buying the hardware, maybe you've already got some people who do the design side for the controls, but really we offer this as a sort of pick and mix where we can take your core competencies and we can bookend that so that you've then got this full, complete professional project service that can be delivered. So to talk about data, I mean, obviously there's really two ways that we can start to use the data. And I know Alec obviously mentioned the LUM data coming out of these, the drivers that are inside the luminaires, but of course you've got to do something with that data. It's no use if it's just stuck inside the luminaire. So the first thing that we can do, of course, is work on the BMS integration. Really, this is more of a local integration, keeping the data within the bricks and mortar almost, and integrating into those existing BMS platforms. But actually what people now tend to be looking for is more of this, the lighting analytics data. So this is where we're able to take the data from these devices, the LUM data, or it might be D4I data from other devices. It might be data that comes from Kasambi itself. We're able to extract that into Kasambi's own cloud environment, and then we can report that back into to the customer through a dashboard where they can view certain metrics, and these can then be customized and changed and set up around what the customer actually needs. So just a few snapshots here, really, just conscious of keeping this short, really to show some of the value that we're able to bring to customers from this LUM data that comes out of the devices. And we're working on projects at the moment where different clients are valuing very different sets of data, but all of that can be delivered. So whether it's occupancy data, we're doing a logistics project at the moment, which is all about where in the logistics warehouse, where is busy, when is it busy, that kind of thing. We can deliver that through the Kasambi-based sensors. Whether it's lux data, you know, we're working with museums who are thinking about the way that light interacts with the displays, and actually they're really interested in how much light is in the space. Whether it's luminaire asset data, you know, obviously all this LUM data comes out, we've got burning hours, we've got what's the input voltage, we've got all this information that can inform the facility management teams into the best way to provide the management and the maintenance of the assets. And so we can deliver that information back to the client. Of course, energy data, which is kind of goes across all projects, really, where the customer wants to justify a lot of the time the ROI. We all have great aspirations of being carbon net zero, or we want to deliver well-being, but ultimately it often comes down to money as well. And so being able to monitor energy, being able to report and quantify and show that we're delivering the savings and the return on investment that people are looking for. Also, you see here emergency lighting. So if you're using the wireless emergency from Tridonic, we can take that data within this dashboard. We can bring that data together with the data coming through Kasambi, and we can have the customer a single dashboard where they can review energy, occupancy, asset data, but also the emergency data. When was the test? Did it pass? Did it fail? Where's my test book? And keeping the compliance side of things, as Richard was mentioning earlier. So really, holders, I guess, we'd like to position ourselves as that delivery partner for your business. So we can take building Asset 360 concepts, we can take the basic DIM hardware, but by working with holders, taking your competencies, you can then start to choose and say, okay, I've got the project, but I need someone to deliver it. I need someone to look after my client. I need a dashboard that can bolt on, and we can deliver this as an end-to-end set of services to make sure that your projects are the most successful and professionally delivered.
Thanks, thanks, Matt. Really enjoyed that. Thank you. More than just a delivery partner to Tridonic, clearly. Thank you.
Thanks, Simon, and a big thank you to to our partners today for sharing some insights into their businesses and how their businesses interact with our building asset 360 approach.